Yep. Yep.
Okay, and I interviewed Jason once, and so you're the third person from this company. Did you gravitate towards harmonics? And because that's one of the that's what Mr. Stapleton is very well known for, are his harmonic patterns. So
Yeah. I
was
was
that,
taught
did
by.
that turn you around?
Yes, definitely. I didn't even appreciate structure. I didn't appreciate harmonics, and really, I didn't even know what backtesting was until I met Jason. Well, not met him, but I started working with Jason and the Kill Stones. That's when I started to, start to get serious and understand the importance of structure in the markets, harmonic moves. These levels are respected, psychological even handle numbers. And really, it allowed me to see the markets in a different way. And once Jason Stapleton, you obviously know of him. He's no fool. He's no one's fool. He's very honest, very ethical, and the same goes for a killer. When I could demonstrate to them that I was consistently profitable, and there was a gap for a London session live room, well then I stepped up, demonstrated my abilities, and then we partnered up, and now we run the UK live trading room where it's very similar to a Kills where you get, and yours as well. You run a live room and you get to come in and just watch me trade for 3 hours every day.
Well, it's a little different. When I moderated a trading room where people were paying subscription fees, it was more all about me, and people would stand up and sit down when I did. And what we
Mm-hmm.
do here is much more collaborative. I don't claim to be the greatest trader or a trader who walks on water. Consider myself good, but I've actually become better because we've attracted some very good traders who share their ideas every day. I think it's more of a mastermind than the
Yeah.
standard setup where whoever's moderating is the trader, and people will come there to follow that trader. In fact, the lazy people never even want to learn the whys or the
No.
hows. They just want the euro up or down, pound up or down,
Yeah. Where should I
buy,
buy?
sell.
Where should I sell? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
they say a picture speaks 1,000 words. So here in Hangout, you can share your desktop so we could see some of the things technically that you're looking at.
yeah.
You go the upper left-hand corner. There's a white arrow and a green box,
Yeah.
and you click that because there's been some pretty good action. We shook out a lot of bears in the euro last week, taking out stops over 109.60,
Yeah.
110.80. A lot of people are saying maybe there's a shift in dollar trend going on. I'd be curious to see what some of your views are on a few different instruments and how you're coming to that conclusion. And we could start, we cover everything in here, so wherever you want to start to give us a view, waiting for something to come up. So after you click that, then you click the desktop you want to show, and then click Start.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. So can you see my screen now?
No, I just have a blank screen. So you click the screen share, and then there'll be different boxes that come up with different screens, and you click on that box, and then start, and something should come up.
Okay. Screen share. Hmm. It's actually sharing my screen, but it says I'm the only one here. That's interesting. Bear with me.
It's okay.
Huh.
Used to be a little easier with Skype, but you click that box. I'll do it. So I click the box.
Got it.
You got it? Okay, so still nothing coming up. There we go. I think something about to. All
Okay.
right. Okay, so we're looking at the pound here.
Yeah, I was looking at the pound. If you want to look at the dollar,
That's fine. That's fine.
yeah.
It's what you have conviction about or what you're looking at and what's important to you in the market structure of the pound. We have that nice pop from the 141 level.
Yeah.
I think we achieved almost a 50% retrace of the recent decline.
Yeah.
What's your view from here? Is there another drive left to the upside? How are you approaching the pound today?
Yeah, I am expecting a retest of this level at 14600s. We were bearish. We came down and we're at the lowest point since sort of 2009. We did find support and then market consolidated. And we broke out to the upside, and I said to the guys in the room, we'll look to get long. We had new structure highs and we was bullish, but then as we came up to test this previous support level here, this is what I was paying attention to.
Interesting.
Just like a wall, the market smashed into it, and we saw a retracement. There was some counter trend trading taking place there, and we made some money off of that. But I'm expecting a retest of that level. Essentially looking at it.
Up back towards 46. I want to ask you, what are your boxes there? You have green boxes, you have pink or fuchsia boxes. Yeah. Are they your pivot zones? What are they?
They are essentially dynamic support and resistance levels. So
what makes them dynamic?
They're dynamic because they're based on the time frame that you're looking at. So you can set them to, if you're on the 4-hour chart, you set them to a daily time frame, and they'll give you the major support and resistance levels. And then typically, if I go down to the hourly, I'll set them to 4 hours, and they'll give you a support and resistance level on the higher time frame that you're looking at. So
okay, is that part of
pay attention to?
Part of a software package offered to people that use your service?
Yeah, we developed these at Trade Empowered, and they're just indicator. They work with Ninja and MT4 and things like that.
Okay.
Okay, so right. What I was looking at is the best place to get long, and really, I am interested at the level we're at now, the 4400 level. We came down. We came down. We've come down into this level here, and I'm big. As I mentioned, I'm big on psychology in the markets and harmonic moves, and you can see that we're coming down to an ABCD harmonic move at this level. Now this 143.50 level, price action respect to this level.
This harmonic that you're showing us with the blue line is kind of almost like an Elliott pattern, ABC, equality with both waves.
Yeah, it's not Elliott waves because it's Elliott wave. I don't trade off Elliott waves, but there's certain filters that I use.
But even in harmonics, you look for equality. You also look for fib extensions of equality. And,
of course.
Okay, so what tells you this area is important?
Just a number of filters, really. In my trading, I have lots and lots of filters that I pay attention to when I'm looking to place a trend continuation trade. And really, I pay attention to everything from candlestick formations to, looking left, structure looking left. This wedge pattern here, you can see we broke out, and then as we come down, then we should find some support at this level. And then obviously the psychological numbers as well. Well, you can just look left, you draw a line in, and you can see how this 1450 level is respected. You see we're putting in these low test candle wick bars here, so I think this would be, it lines up with a Fibonacci extension. We've got Fibonacci inversion in that area as well. I think my tools don't work sometimes.
So you're looking for a recovery but a lower high.
I'm looking to get long in this area here.
Right, and looking and target wise, you're looking for a lower high than we posted last week.
Target wise, I would be looking for a retest of this structure for target ones, and then I'd trail stops to target twos up to the recent high. I don't shoot for extended targets. I'm a trend continuation trader, but not a trend following trader, so I don't shoot for extensions. I just trade for a retest of structure in the direction of where I predict the market's going to go.
Okay, So does the pound structure differ from the euro structure, that the euro is pulling back as well, but it has the potential to take out the highs from last week, while the pound looks like maybe all we'll get is a retest?
Yeah, I think I think they do move very similar, but the euro is obviously I think we could see a breakout because of this. We saw this last week. We saw this very similar wedge pattern breakout, but we haven't come down to sort of violate this. We haven't come down to test this structure looking left. I think this could break out to the upside. I think we can expect a higher high on the euro dollar.
Okay, you have any fib extensions that would give us an idea of, I'm figuring 13.5 or so. I have a back test of a trend line break right around 113.5. I'm curious as to what your extension moves might take us to.
My extension moves, yeah, they'd be based off of structure as well. So I mean, really, looking left, I mean, there's nothing looking left until we get up to sort of this level here. So yeah, 13.
So and that's what kind of harmonic? Is that a butterfly?
This would be a bat pattern. This big purple. That's a bat pattern there. That purple indicator.
There's a movie coming out. There's a movie coming out where Superman, I think, takes out Batman. Will that eliminate? Will that eliminate a bat pattern from harmonic work?
Well, I'm trying to develop the Ant-Man pattern at the moment. I do trade some advanced patterns, not all of them. I don't trade butterflies. I don't trade Gartley patterns with an inverse risk reward. I only trade patterns with at least a 1-to-1 risk reward, apart from the Cypher patterns. So.
And okay, so what are those patterns that have at least 1-to-1? Cypher is one.
Cypher doesn't actually. Cypher is the only pattern with an inverse risk reward. Typically, you get an inverse risk reward on a Cypher pattern. The only reason I trade Cypher patterns regardless is because my back testing shows that it's the most profitable pattern that I trade. So I don't mind it being an inverse risk reward because I know that it's going to be profitable over time.
Interesting.
But other than that, they're all a minimum sort of 1-to-1 risk reward.
Okay, so Cyphers, you look forward to seeing those set up.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get excited by trading. I don't particularly find it fun or exciting. I just know that if I see a Cypher, I have to get involved.
Well, it sounds like you've come a long way. I talk about this, not magnifying the importance of the outcome on every trade being life or death, or you'll make yourself sick. And every trade is just another trade. Exactly.
As long as you're taking the trades that meet your rules, then it's one good trade, one good trade. So that's what I try and do. We never know where the market's going to go, but it's good to be ahead of the market and do your analysis. I do my analysis 3 times a day now because I run the live room. So I do it once at night, once in the morning, and once during the live room. That's really propelled my discretion in the markets because I'm looking at the charts so much now. That's allowed me to become a better trader as well. But if market does push up here, we've got a Cypher pattern waiting up here as well. So
what instrument is that? That's a pound.
Sorry, Dale.
That's a pound you're on right now.
That's the cable, yeah, pound dollar.
Yeah. Okay. So let me ask you this. I used to be this way. I would do cartwheels after winners and fetal position after losers. Were you like that at the beginning?
Yeah, I mean, I was trading a system that I hadn't developed. It was a plan that was put together by someone else. I was just clicking buy, clicking sell, and really I didn't know the story I was in. So I would be in a trade, I would feel terrible when I lost. I'd come home and not speak to my family, and then when I won, I felt like a god, and I felt I typically wouldn't even let the targets get hit. I'd move my targets and take targets early, take profits early, and I'd have this constant battle in my head, like, oh look, it's moving towards your target. You should take the profits, and then the other side of my head would be going, yeah, but if we let it run, we'll get more profit out of it. This could be the big one, and I'd have this constant
Yeah.
battle in my head every day, and it was destroying me. You know, I'd come home, I'd be
I
miserable.
still have to fight that. You've overcome it completely, haven't you?
I wouldn't say I've overcome it completely, but I do work a lot on psychology now.
Yeah.
Now I can look
So
back and see how simple trading is. Not easy, but it's quite simple. Really, it's not the system or the strategy as such. It's the actual trader having the discipline to consistently trade the same thing every day. And you know, once you can see how simple the actual trading is, you can put more concentration on the psychology. And I really do a lot of work on the psychology side.
could I see that Euro chart again for your upside target? This is for publishing, so I get some of the numbers right.
Sure.
Possible upside in Euro off your extensions.
Yeah.
I think you had
So
like a 114 something on some harmonic came in there, 1360,
yeah, this
13.
level here. I mean, we've got a 1618 up here, and if we go out to the higher time frame, you're going to see that it lines up with this. Let me just bring that down. Sorry, Dow, I don't have enough
That's
days
okay.
lined up here, but
Yeah, that's what you had.
that's it there. So that
Yeah.
structure level looking left there, that's where I'd be expecting market to go to next.
Okay. So you say you focus a lot on psychology. Why don't you give us a couple of your pearls? Because, you know, I agree with you. They say real estate is location, location, location. And I agree. Trading is psychology, psychology, psychology. So how about some words of wisdom as to have the correct psychology while you have real money at risk?
Yeah, I would say, you know, I would say before you start, we have a lot of people come and say, you know, when should I start trading live money? Or that they're driven by that from day one. And really, I tell a lot of the people that I work with that you should not consider trading live capital until you can imagine yourself going to an investor and the investor says, okay, here's £1 million, you know, show me what you've got. And you can confidently bring up some paper and say, yep, this is my results. I know your probable expectancy. I know your return on investment is likely to be this. Until that point, until you can prove that to yourself and a potential investor, then, you know, don't worry about trading live money. Go through the process of back testing a strategy, you know, do the same thing, analyze the charts day in, day out the same way, and then you'll know the story that you're in. And if you know the story you're in, you're anticipating the trade as you're in it. You know what's probably going to happen next. So if it's a loss, you know, it gives you that psychological mindset to sit through that loss. Until that point, you are just going to stumble across, you know, system after system, searching for the next shiny object or the next strategy. And really, it's not the strategy that matters. It's all down to the trader trading a consistent plan with discipline. So
You
that's
know,
all I've got. That's all I've got on that,
okay,
really.
well, you know, I agree, but I've come to believe that people do not take demo trading seriously, and
I
there's
agree with
no actual emotion
that.
tied into trading because there's no money on the line. So, you know, they call me coach here in Lara time, not
Yeah.
because I'm a master trader, but because I've been doing this for decades and have seen thousands of people trade. What do you
Sure.
think of it being a compromise, even if a guy is wealthy and can risk 100K in the market, for them to trade micro lots?
I
So
was
at
just about to
least
say.
where you're going to go there? Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
was just
that's
about
kind
to
of a
say. Yeah, yeah.
compromise. At least you
If
have a
you do,
little you have a little flesh in the game.
yeah, if you do need to feel the pain of losing money or the you know the excitement in the first instance of winning money, then yeah, trade micro lots. You know, so you're only gambling a couple of cents or a couple of pennies. You know, it's real money, but you know, set yourself a goal of sort of £10 or $10, you know, and
Right.
just work towards that, and that will give you, yeah, that will make you stick with it for a bit longer, because lots of people just give up because they find that it's too much work. They're not earning any money, and yeah. So I would say exactly what you just said: trade micro lots.
Well, you don't lose till you quit. That's my philosophy. So, Jason, I want to thank you for joining us. I know your Twitter handle is @J_Graystone. What's the best way for people to stay in touch with you, follow your work, get involved with you? If you want to show your website now, that's fine as well.
Yeah, the best way to get in touch with me is on Twitter. Twitter's great. We've got a great community on Twitter. But if you go to tradeempowered.co.uk, that's the UK website, and you'll find all of my contact details on there for YouTube, TradingView, and all the rest of it. So I can. I don't know how to stop screen sharing.
And I love your wood beam ceilings. Do you trade out of the UK?
Yeah, I trade here in this room. Yeah, this is we just bought this house, and it's a really old house, and it's got this great office studio, so it's perfect.
Really cool. So when I had a beach house, I had all that wood up on the ceiling. So I want to congratulate you on your evolving into a great trader and passing on your knowledge as a moderator leader in a room. And I'm so glad I reached out to you. Say hello to Akil.
Yeah, I will.
And the boss. And I hope that you and all your associates, that pips rain down on you.